Hi friends, as we know, the auditor of a company has a responsibility to sign the balance sheet or the financial statement of a company as an independent auditor. So, what do you think? What are the key aspect an auditor should look into before signing any audit report? So, as we all know, before signing any audit report, the auditor need to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. Means the auditor need to collect sufficient and appropriate audit evidence to the fact that the company, whether the company is free from risk of material misstatement or not. When an auditor has evidence in his hand and evidence says the company has a more risk of material misstatement, in that case an auditor refused to sign the financial statement of that company. So today I am not going to discuss about the reporting requirement of the statutory auditor of a company while signing the financial statement of a company, or also I am not going to talk about how evidence an auditor collect during his audit assignment of any company. Today the topic is comparatively or relevant for those companies where international financial control over financial reporting is applicable. So friends, in 2014 Companies Act came up with a new notification on auditors requirement or auditors responsibility to report whether the internal financial control is adequate or effective over the financial reporting of any company or not. So let us discuss what is international financial control over financial reporting, when it was came into existence, what is the responsibility of the auditor, and this covers under section 143 subsection 3 clause 1 of the Companies Act 2013. So as per section 143 of the Companies Act 2013, it outline and specific matters that a statutory auditor of any company must address in their audit report. So while there is no section 143.3.1 numeral 1 or subclause 143 subsection 1 is often intended reference, and it mandates the auditor to report on the company's internal financial control. So what is internal financial control? Here internal financial control means whether those companies on which section 143 subsection 1 applicable, whether they have the policies and procedure in place as internal financial control policies and procedure to oversee the financial reporting. So this notification and this requirement about the IFC audit came into existence in 2014 by the MCA. But what content or what are the aspect section 143 subsection 3 clause 1 covers? Adequacy of control. It talks about adequacy of control, operating effectiveness and focus. So here adequacy of control means the auditor of a company must state whether the company has adequate internal financial control system in place or not. Second is operating effectiveness. The report of the auditor must comment on the operating effectiveness of this control throughout the financial year or not. And third, the focus area is for the purpose of this section, the audit typically focuses on control related specifically to financial reporting. So these three aspects under section 143 subsection 3 clause 1, an auditor need to report in his independent auditor report for those companies where section 143 subsection 1 of the IFC audit applicable. Now let us discuss the companies to whom exempted from this notification. So this is not applicable for one person companies and small companies. Private companies that meet both of these criteria, if annual turnover is not less than 50 crore and the aggregate borrowing from banks or a financial institutions are less than 25 crores at any time during the year, so in these cases these companies are exempted. Otherwise, except from these companies, this section is equally applicable to all those companies, and therefore it is the responsibility of the auditor to report on the internal financial control over financial reporting of the company in their audit report, and whatever the information that they want to report, so they report through this report and related annexure. So friends, hope you have understood about the internal financial control system over financial reporting. So this is the core area, and for core area for the auditor report accordingly. And there are so many other aspects that if you go into depth about the section 143.3, so you can refer section 143 subsection 1 for your understanding, for your knowledge. But I am just giving you a basic understanding about what is IFC audit and why it came into existence. It came into existence for the purpose of stop the fraudulent financial reporting. This is just the crux of this section. Therefore, this section came into existence, and MCA has taken good decisions through notification to implement this notification. So friends, in my coming video I will be available, or I will be coming with a new more informative video in front of you. Till then, support me, advise me, and comment on my videos. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.